Hey guys, good evening. Just see if we can make some sense of what happened today in these markets. Pretty wild, if you can say the least. Um, Start off. Obviously, we came into today. I was very bullish last night, just because obviously we had a 4-hour inverse here, and then you see how this 4-hour inverse came back down and retested every penny of it that it could, right? And then, if you guys remember, uh, back on, I think it was Tuesday, I said I thought we might get some kind of retracement back down into this 4-hour BPR, and it's actually like a triple BPR, I guess you could call it. But you see how because I was like, well, all these, we have an inverse here, that we have an FEG here. Like it'd be crazy if like we don't get some kind of dip here to come back down here to go higher. Well, you see that what they did, they used CPI to come back down, hit this BPR. Notice how we respected pretty much the dead center of it, right? Like very algorithmic that we bounced right off the center of that. And another thing to pay attention to is where we rejected today. So CPI today obviously pumped a little bit at first, and then remember how I said like last night I was like I'm like convinced this is a 4-hour buy model, just because it's order block, order block, order block, all being respected, right? And it's just telling us sell curve, buy curve, taking us back up to the highs. And I said, well, the only place where we could reject now is obviously this 4-hour here, and it's also that daily FVG, right? If we just make this a little bit bigger, it's a daily. You see where we reject, right? We reject dead center of it, very algorithmic. So what it looks like happened, I mean, they use CPI to make this a little bit better here, or drive me crazy. They use CPI to send it up, reject this 4-hour and daily FEG before setting up to that 17,166 level that we want. We come up kind of like here, right? We hit the 4-hour, we come down a little bit, fill in this one, and then we go a little higher, go a little higher. We end up inversing this, we get up into this one, and then we hit this one. It's just remember, like I always say, the market moves imbalance to imbalance, FEG to FEG. So 4-hour daily FEG above 50% from here to here. Obviously, I mean, we could reject any of these, right? So, especially above 50%, right? So they used CPI, take it up to this daily and this 4-hour FEG. They actually used, this is where we rejected overnight, right? We wanted these highs. So actually, I forgot. Sorry, we did not come up here for CPI. Wait a second. I think we did actually. Yeah, 8:30 candle came up into it. We took the 1738 highs, but then we came a little bit higher. We took overnight highs here. So you see we took overnight highs in London, hit the 4-hour FEG, and then what happens? We move all the way back down to our next unfilled 4-hour fair value gap. But if we are still in a true 4-hour market maker buy model, you would expect this to hold, and then you get a reaction like this. So that leads us to what happens from here. So from here, since we're obviously delivering from this 4-hour, and we had a very bullish reaction tonight, our bias is going to be simply here. So when market dumped from here down to here, we left this 4-hour fair value gap here. So the question is, did we reject here, to go back up here and reject here, to then keep on going lower and start a new sell model to the downside, or do we close back over this and then go higher? We'll wait tonight and we'll let the overnight candles tell us. Maybe we'll get some kind of reaction tomorrow. Maybe we do have PPI data tomorrow. Remember, we do have data highs now sitting up here at that 1756 level. That will be a target eventually. So, I mean, the bias is easy tonight. If we close over this 4-hour right around 16,993, then obviously data highs, and then we'll keep moving up. If we get over this 4-hour at 17,771, then we know 17,128 and 17,166 are in NQ's future. So just got see you just always got to know and see wherever we can potentially bounce from, because Look at all the sell side that NQ took today. All the liquidity sitting here. Very nice lows here, right? So if we break this low tomorrow, I would expect us to, really go down because this would be your ITL. You would expect price to go. This would be your market structure shift down on the 4 hour. Would be very, very bearish. And then obviously we're probably going down there. But let's not worry about that until we get true confirmation. As of right now, we're still rejecting this 4 hour here. Check out the 8 hour quick. Obviously, all the rest of here, 8 hour order block held today. That's about it. So yeah, just watch the 4 hour tonight on NQ. We'll talk about the trade we took today. Only took one trade today. That's all we needed, right? We caught 70 handles on it today. So why did we take this trade? 4 hour. Obviously, we knew we were bouncing from here, right? So you don't just want to long here because you just like look, your stop's huge. So your risk reward's just not, you don't want to stop that big. So what do? Once you see you get some kind of reaction here, you go down to your smaller time frame. What do you see? So if you're delivering from a 4 hour BPR to the upside, if that 4 hour BPR then breaks this one, this would be your confirmation setup, right? So you bouncing from a 4 hour, you come up, you close back over this. So if the 4 hour is strong enough to send it back over this 5 minute instead of rejecting it, it means the draw on liquidity, the next high, is where the market's targeting, right? So you would expect, at least to run to the next high or the next FEG. But you see we had no FEGs here that would target, so we aim for the next high. Next high, but then if you look here, we have equal highs. So this is like your A plus setup. Because you're delivering from a 4 hour. You took a bunch of liquidity to the downside, right? You took all these lows. You get a inverse up. You're delivering from a 4 hour. You have equal highs. Like everything is checked off for an A plus setup here. So we took a long position, pretty much right here at the test of it. I think we got in at 35. Yeah, we got in at 835. We got to I think we trimmed at 50. Yeah, we trimmed at 52, I believe. We went to break even because we had the bonds auction coming up, and we didn't want to get caught in a big, the bond auctions have been very volatile lately, so we did not want to get stuck in that. So we went to break even, aiming for these equal highs. We had a couple more trims up here at some of these highs, and then obviously our final take profit was right here at the 905 equal highs because the market is probably coming up for these equal highs. Good spot to take your profit. You could have left a runner probably for 926, but catching 70 points on NQ is enough to make anybody's day. So that's plenty. And it's the only trade you need. That's why I preach patience and just waiting for that A plus setup because yeah, you could have said, oh, I could have caught a short in here, but look at all these retraces we had today. First, we came up to this 5 minute. We go all the way back up. You think, oh, we're going bullish, and then you just need that A plus setup. You see, there's no inverse here or anything, and we ended up not inversing this. So this was the play of the day. Caught the bottom just like yesterday. So very very textbook play on NQ. So yeah, NQ just watch that 4 hour. ES. Big thing with ES today. NQ obviously bounced from that 4 hour BPR. NQ. What do you see? I see this. I see obviously the daily inverse is still holding, right? Like the bodies are still respecting this daily inverse, but I see one more thing where we bounced today. I see this as a 1 hour, as a see this as your daily order block, right? Comes down, respects the CE of the wick, strong reaction off it. At the same time, NQ hits that 4 hour BPR, telling us price wants to go higher. And we know on the weekly chart we are still bullish on ES because of this weekly breaker, right? Like I always turn B adjust off, but we're still delivering from this reaction off this weekly breaker here, where prior resistance turns into support, and there we go, right back up. So we know probably still bullish on ES. The daily pretty much confirmed that today with that reaction off that order block. Very strong reaction. Unlike NQ, ES has no 4 hour up here. I guess it does have a little 4 hour right here, but I'm not worried about that one. And ES has no daily, right? So you would expect the next high to be taken up here at 48.4150, I believe is the actual high. So I'm not gonna make that perfect, but I would expect ES to drop that up to that 48.4150 tomorrow. Same thing as NQ. You see, just watch the 4 hour right here, right? If we can push back over this 4 hour instead of reject it, then obviously our next target is going to be today's high, and obviously up to 48.41. If we go to today's highs here on ES, I mean, there's no doubt we're going back up here. And also, if you notice, now we have all these relative highs up here, and now we added these today. Just kind of tells me ES is going to draw back up into here, because now anybody that's shorted today is going to put their stops here or here and be like, oh, this is that safe zone. Price should not, is, it's a double top. Price shouldn't go back up there. Well, it absolutely can, because that's where all your liquidity is. So close over there. Obviously, 48.41 is the next target. Keep rejecting with some strong displacement tonight. Probably down to 47.67 down here, because if we're coming back down from here, we're not going down just take this low. We're going to take some more lows. Because what's the point of going all the way back up just to come back down and just take this low alone, right? We should at least take it at 47.67. So, and notice what I said yesterday, right? If this is a 4 hour buy model, this is your protected low. Why? Because this was your swing low that sent us up to a new high. So this low should not be taken. It explains why this low did not take this low today, because it is a protected low, and if you're still in that buy model, you would expect this low to not be broken until all this liquidity all of this liquidity up here is taken. So that's ES. Just watch the 4 hour, same as NQ, and I think with that, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we will catch you tomorrow.